Who doubled from the passer. Normally you'll get a double team on the post from the opposite side. That was from the strong side. And the advantage there to do that, Derek, is it's a quicker double team. It's riskier, but it's quicker.
Drake Allen and Dexter Cano came in for Utah State. 8 in the shot clock, and it's off with UNLV.
Why didn't Didon Thomas Jr. shoot the basketball? He caught that. He's their leading scorer. He has a green light, and he passed that ball up. I'm surprised there.
Yeah, especially out of a dead ball with the shot clock down. Got to recognize when the shot clock is waning, and if your best player, just take the shot. So here's Drake Allen, one of the more underrated point guards in the Mountain West.
Don't ask him to do a lot, Drake Allen. He's a great passer, though.
Speaking of great passes, excellent ball movement. Popcorn assist to Drake Allen. And the finish inside.
And again, it looks like a 2-3 zone, but it's got man-to-man principles. Watch them go with their guys until they can hand them off.
Henley forcing his way in. Can't get the putback to go. Cano, he's been hot lately. Almost. And that'll be the final possession as we head to our first timeout.
Well, the crowd is waiting to cheer, and they finally had a beautiful possession to get up on the stands for us. It's the Herd, and they're loud.
Thinking of updating my kitchen?
Yeah?
Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall counter?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
over there,
but never does that
sweet
thing,
little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial
See how
guidance.
you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really.
At home or in
You could
person.
also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's,
Sweetie, get out of the pool.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
Is Gillette Labs.
Used car shopping?
2 rows, 2 dogs. I'm sold.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's pause for the facts. Like nearly half of all used cars, this puppy has been in an accident. But Carfax.com shows how an accident impacts price, so you don't have to overpay.
Huh.
Unpause. Whoa, whoa.
Wow, this is cool. Yeah, sorry, they pulled.
Shop with the facts at the all-new Carfax.com.
Domino's Specialty Chicken. 4 tasty topping combos loaded on tender, juicy chicken. It kind of makes us wonder why we don't call it loaded chicken. Well, okay, now we do. Domino's Loaded Chicken. And for a limited time, Domino's Rewards members can try loaded chicken for half off menu price.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Defensive game thus far as Utah State leads this 5-2 here at home in Logan. And this is their tournament resume, Casey, as they march their way to March.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the net ranking of 31 seems kind of disrespectful, if you're being honest. If you're
Sure
a Mountain
does.
West fan, if you're an Aggie fan in the Spectrum or watching this game tonight, you're like, hey, how is that possible that we're not in the top 25, top 20 in the country? And the strength of schedule is on there, but those key wins, St. Mary's at San Diego State. San Diego State has not really held up their end of the bargain. They've struggled a little bit. They've lost 3 games at home already this season, but a lot of basketball left to be played. Of course, this one tonight, and then playing New Mexico. Battle for the top 2 spots in the Mountain West. They're still going to play New Mexico twice.
By the way, That loss against UC San Diego, no shame in that, by the way. San Diego is one of the most underrated teams in California.
Oh, they're 17-4, second place in the Big West Conference behind UC Irvine. They're having a great season.
Bedford just dribbling aimlessly, needs to move the ball.
Well, they're just going to switch everything. Here's this zone, right? Somebody's got to get dribble penetration.
Speaking of dribble penetration, there's Thomas getting inside. And that beautiful shot that undersized guards have, Casey, the floater.
Yeah, I mean, the smaller you are, the more creative you have to be to score the basketball. But that dribble weave isn't going to help UNLV much.
Casey, is it just me? Is there a lot of wind in this stadium?
That's our third air ball from three. 2 for UNLV and now 1 for Utah State. Okay.
That cold air from outside is seeping its way into the stadium. And Casey, here's that press that they like to do in the backcourt. I was calling the last game they had here versus Nevada, and they would do that right there, try to trap them in the corner. They forced Nevada into so many turnovers in the backcourt, which allowed them to get out and run. And that flipped the game against Nevada.
And they do it, Derek, they do it way more at home than they do on the road because of the crowd and the energy that they get from it.
They reverse the ball around. And Casey, why are they double teaming Barnes in the corner?
Well, sometimes teams double team just to try and create a turnover, not necessarily because it's Shaquille O'Neal or not.
And that's an errant pass thrown away. Shot clock doesn't reset. Barnes fires away. And it's good. Broken play fixed by Barnes.
Barnes, just a freshman, hadn't scored in the last couple of games. Not known as a scorer, doesn't get a ton of minutes. But Jared Calhoun mentioned him and how much he trusts him to come off the bench and provide energy and shot making.
They move the ball, swing to the corner. Can't get that one to go. That's a clean look. And if Brooklyn Hicks is going to be in the game, he's got to knock down those wide open shots. Allen reversing. Cooked it long. Templin, offensive rebound, but did he commit a foul? Yes, he did. Loose ball foul on Templin.
Well, the defense is taking the pressure off the Aggies offensively right now. How about this scramble, dive on the floor, sacrifice your body, kind of a broken play, as you call it, Derek, and Barnes just steps right into one. Gotta love it when your guys are Pete Rose head first diving. That was Dexter Ocano.
And Casey, if you were UNLV here, the start defensively, I think Cooper's going to be really happy with. But what have they got to do to score? Maybe get it to this guy, huh? I answered my own question. Julian Rishway with some words for the crowd.
He is the shooter. I mean, UNLV has a couple of shooters, but the main one is number 20 in red. It's what he does offensively. Rarely shoots two-pointers. He's hunting the three-point arc.
Canna, Drake Allen firing in the corner. The Drake is fully loaded for Drake Allen. Bedford in ISO land. Jerry, they double. Bedford, hand in his face. Nope, doesn't. Hit that one.
UNLV's offense is completely flummoxed. With the exception of that Rishwain 3, they are having trouble just getting normal passes from the post to the wing without getting hassled.
Allen fires again. Timeout, UNLV.
Drake Allen was starting for the majority of the seasons, coming off the bench now, part of that bench mob. 2 threes for Allen, and the Aggies are starting to separate early.
Chat, how are we feeling about the pancakes?
Pretty mid.
You know what's mid, Bree? Your aura.
You've got to get off the internet, Dad.
Okay, boomer.
You're the boomer.
That's a flex, and that's a flex, and I don't like it.
Can you make him stop?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That's sus.
Stop saying sus.
Bussin'.
In the time it takes you to master the slang, you could have bought a Hyundai on Amazon.
Bruh, let me cook.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, serves up bottomless chips and salsa, a drink, and the delicious Big Smasher Burger with twice the beef of a Big Mac. Maybe they should change that name. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
I'll only be gone a couple days, Rumi.
Yay.
I put all the important contact info on the fridge.
I know how to get in touch with USAA. I can file a claim or chat right in the app. USAA, Auto, Home, Life, and Bank.
Quiet on the set. We're ready. 4, 3, 2.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
I got this barbecue smoker for 26 bucks.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando Whole Body Deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
Saturday on Fox Primetime Hoops, 2 of the Big East's best tip-off as the 2-time defending national champs UConn Huskies take on number 9 Marquette Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Here are the Big East men's standings as we head towards February.
And it's nice to see St. John's at the top. Honestly, Rick Pitino's got that squad believing, and I just want to see them in the tournament, win a game. They haven't won an NCAA tournament game since the early 2000s, which is crazy. But see that red line? That separates the buys in the Big East tournament and the teams that have to play early.
There's Drake Gallant, who's been hot in this game. He's been all over Utah. Transferred from Utah Valley, previously played at Southern Utah, and locally played at Snow Community College. And now is one of the better point guards in the Mountain West. Utah State tends to find these really talented point guards. Of course, they had Darius Brown last year and Stephen Ashworth previously.
Yeah, they're
three-pointers raining in from all over the place. UNLV has got to find a way to score. Rich Wayne, a clean look. In and out. They needed that, Casey.
Well, Utah State right now is putting on a clinic on how to execute offense and make the extra pass. They are turning down good shots for great shots.
False left, firing away. Not quite. That would have tore the roof off this place. Henley tripped, and that's on Allen. And that's his second foul.
Utah State is 5th in the country in assists. And it's not just one dude, it's everybody. That time, Falslev could have shot that. He makes one extra pass to Dexter Akano, who's been balling off the bench. Bench points right now, Derek, 17-0 for Utah State.
Picked off again. Albury. Foul. So now UNLV is just playing right into their hands, Casey.
Utah State's flexing, and they're doing it on both ends. We've shown the extra passes on offense, but defensively, it seems like there are 6 Aggie defenders instead of 5. And UNLV doesn't know what to do. I'm looking at their faces right now, and they look like they're sped up. De'Don Thomas Jr. is rarely sped up.
So here is Albury, the transfer from Queens, at the free throw line. Bricks the first. Albury, a 71% free throw shooter.
If I could say only like Utah State does one thing poorly on offense this season, it's shoot free throws. 66% in conference play. That is second to last in the conference. Imagine if they were, 75%. Be undefeated.
Maybe they should just lock themselves in a room with Ian Martinez. Now Utah State really trying to take advantage of the blood they smell in the water. Thomas, floater.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen Deion Thomas get into the paint and shoot that lefty runner. He could feast on that.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of point guards, Casey, we're going to get an extended look at Jordy Barnes because Drake Allen is on the bench with 2 fouls. Thomas. Oh, Hill's got to take that shot, Casey. Thomas, grinding, floating, and Thomas is just taking over. And this is what the best players do. Team needs a bucket. No one else is scoring. Well, let me do it.
Yeah, and with the zone defense, the way Utah State is playing it, they are running UNLV off the three-point line. They are conceding the middle of the lane. Nice pass.
Albury this time. Rebound control by Utah State. Barnes says, let me fire. Anderson, another offensive rebound. Missed it, point blank. I would say credit the shot blocker Njai in there, but I think he just blew that one. Hill hard to the basket, and that's the way you finish in traffic. And so now, UNLV on a little bit of a run. 6-0 over the last minute and 25 seconds.
And Jalen Hill, number 1 in red, was the catalyst for UNLV's upset win against Utah State 2 weeks ago. He was 7 for 9 from the field. He attacked the rim relentlessly.
Johnson, not shy at all. Now UNLV. Hill's got it. They show full pressure. Referee says no travel as the ball was dislodged. Thomas going to work again. Getting in the lane. Rishway fires. Good look.
Yeah, Albury is playing with fire right there. If you're going to help and leave Rishwain in the corner, that's dangerous.
Off the baseline, look out! Oh, thought he was going to jam that. But the springs were a little rusty there, Casey.
Now the herd doesn't care. 2 points is 2 points. Let's keep playing. UNLV 1 for 8 from 3.
And UNLV is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the Mountain West. They're third at 36%.
Yeah, it's just that they don't take a lot of them. That shot was way off. Utah State takes a ton and they make a lot. UNLV does shoot a good percentage. They're third in three-point percentage, but they only take just 17 a game. That's the fewest in the conference.
Johnson directing traffic. They deny Falslev the ball. Falslev wants it. Late in the shot clock for Utah State. Albury. And it didn't matter if the shot blocker was right there, just ran right through him. That's one thing about Njai, the freshman. You think next year, Casey, he's going to put on some more weight and not going to get pushed around as easily? That looked like a travel, but no call. And Hill's going to get free throws after this break.
It seems like every point guard that Jarrett Calhoun brings in is doing work. This is Dayton Albury, the 6'2 senior.
And my progressive rep was super helpful.
Tom Hayes is passive progressive.
The way Kevin says he always has to help you.
Tom doesn't have progressive, so he takes it out on those who do.
If you switch, you can save hundreds.
Well, that's great. You can buy more of that cologne we all love.
Huh. Progressive called me back about the claim I filed.
Support when you need it. I wonder what that's like, huh?
In my office.
No, Tom.
Don't be passive progressive.
This is bad, right?
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Big hungry, is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
To truly embrace the fine life, you must learn to let go. Bienvenidos a la vida más fina.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Chiefs, Eagles. Super Bowl 59 is on Fox.
Utah State flexing its muscle early as we have a 27-13 lead for the Aggies at home. And with the Utah State basketball program, there is a lot of tradition with this team and this program in general. And take a look at that. That's the 1991 Utah State basketball team. Look at number 20 and number 21. You recognize those last names? That's Isaac Johnson's dad, Darren. And number 21, Matt Barnes, that's Jordy Barnes' father. Both, Casey, playing on the same team. And now their sons are playing on the same team. Get a look at that.
It's awesome. Incredible. I wonder what the record, we need to look up the record for the 1991 Utah State Aggies.
And there's the other son. There's Isaac Johnson. And they're not the only two players, by the way, who have family history with this team. Hill makes the free throw. Johnson, by the way, has a sister that plays on the Utah State women's team. Her name's Gracie, and Casey, she's 6'6". Kapanarbi, who averages just 8 minutes a game and has only played 14 games. But some size down there to try and stop this Utah State attack. They leave false left open, just takes it. And now UNLV doing a much better job on the defensive glass. Thomas penetrating. That may have counted if it went. Bill Thomas trying to keep Utah State close, or UNLV close.
It's been a struggle, but threes will get you back in it. 10-point game.
Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace.
Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
What's on your mind, Dion?
My sensitive skin. And how Old Spice Total Body isn't on it.
Gabby, is there anything you want to share?
Not this Old Spice deodorant. It's 24/7 freshness. It can go everywhere.
Everywhere.
When life calls for a little comfort, peanut butter M&Ms.
What the biggest companies deliver is an exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply's stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and partners with PGA of America on game-changing innovation. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you can buy one and add one for $1. Enjoy meal deals and treat yourself to deals in the app. There's always ways to save, all day, every day. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. They have the nicest beds, and I wanted an upgrade. I sleep.
Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
UNLV hanging around here as they took that early punch from Utah State. It's a 10-point game, and the reason why they're hanging around is that guy right there. Deion Thomas Jr. has been aggressive. He is determined to not let UNLV get too far behind.
I actually thought Deion started this game timidly, but he has flipped that switch. And we were talking to Utah State head coach Jared Calhoun about the keys, and he said, well, the key is stopping Deion Thomas Jr. and making him go east and west instead of north and south. That's where he's a problem.
Bernardi just missed it inside. And a bad foul in the backcourt. And, yeah, Deion Thomas, not the issue right now, Casey, for UNLV, but he needs the rest of his teammates to help him out. The rest of the team is shooting 3 of 16. Thomas is 4 for 5. Barnes with it. Extended minutes at the point guard spot. The early foul trouble for Drake Allen. And foul on. Trying to figure out who the foul was called on.
I think you just got a knee to the thigh, Derek. I mean, I'm no doctor, certainly. Sometimes I play one on TV, but it looked like it was just a knee to the thigh area. But this is Jeremiah Cherry. His nickname is Bear. Bear Cherry is what everybody calls him, so that's what we'll call him. Yep, that's just a knee to the thigh. They post him up a lot. He only plays about half the game, but when he's in, they feed him the rock.
Looks like he's going to be okay, walking it off. Jeremiah Cherry, they call him Bear. Transferred from New Mexico Junior College. He is second in the Mountain West in blocks. At just over 1.5 per game.
He was not really involved much in the previous meeting between these two teams. He got into foul trouble. He only played 19 minutes. He'd like to be a bigger factor today.
And what Kruger really wants Cherry to focus on is making sure he crashes the glass. He's the biggest guy out there for UNLV, and with the size of Utah State, if they don't have him crashing glass. There's a nice pass there by Martinez, finding Templer. But Cherry's the guy they have to have on the glass.
And he had no chance defensively there.
Cherry, a little bit short. Here's Utah State trying to get out and running again. Falls led to the rim. Wow, wide open layup. May have been some contact there. No call, and UNLV has numbers. But they wait till Falslev gets back in the play, but still get an open look, Casey. And that's Henley with the mid-range shot.
Numbers for a brief moment, but credit Falslev for getting back into that play. It really does seem like UNLV settled in. It's just a matter of, like, did they spot Utah State too many points here in the first half?
Great deflection there, and by the way, Casey, on that deflection, they worked on that drill and shoot around on that skip pass.
Yeah, so Utah State offensively, they love dribble handoffs, they love flare screens and pin downs, and that's unusual. There's not a lot of teams in the Mountain West that run a similar style of offense. And yeah, you got to be ready for those flare screens for Falslev, Acano, and Ian Martinez.
Final possession for Utah State. Barnes calling out a screen. Barnes trapped. Good steal by UNLV. UNLV can hold it here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Massive possession, I think, right here for UNLV.
Just try and get it to single digits, right? That's all you're trying to do here.
Thomas, ISO land against Barnes. Spins, floats, back rim, can't get it. Utah State, one last look. Almost, Casey, that was pretty close. But UNLV, a nice job cutting into this Utah State advantage, as it looked like the Aggies were attempting to run away. So we will be right back here. Halftime stats and the breakdown of what's going on in the first half. Just around the corner. Utah State up 33-24.
And Doug.
You'll be back. Emus can't help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. You're just...
Back with you here in the second half. Utah State, UNLV, and Utah State up by 9. And that shot right there is glaring right at my face. The bench points, Casey, 19-0 in favor of Utah State.
The bench is outscoring the starters.
Yeah,
for the Aggies, which is a good problem. It's a good problem to have. This guy, he's playing with as much energy as Dexter right there.
Yeah. Dexter Acano is shooting 45% from 3, and if he qualified, he would be top 3 in the Mountain West. Not exactly sure why he doesn't. but he is definitely one of the elite shooters in the conference.
So let's see what kind of adjustments UNLV made out of the zone that had them flustered at times in the first half.
Anderson was ready to shoot before he even looked at the basket. Good D by Thomas. Something to watch here is Gadaretse, the big man's got 2 fouls.
Has not attempted a shot, Gadaretse.
Backdoor pass and false left finishes behind the defense. And Casey, on that last look, Lewis Henley got a clean shot in the corner out of the halftime break. Couldn't ask for a better look. Just couldn't knock it down.
They're 2 for 10 from 3, so they're not a very confident group right now.
And in the mid post. Here's Thomas attacking again. There's that floater. Maybe found himself a little bit too open there, Casey.
There's no such thing for a shooter and a scorer. Come on now.
You would know, right?
Same play they ran before.
And this time, it looked like he was pre-reading that one,
Yep.
Casey, and someone didn't cut when they were supposed to, I guess.
Well, no, that's up to Mason Falslev. The play is for him. He's coming off that pin down in the corner. He can choose to go back door, or he can choose to come over the top and get the dribble handoff. And that's on the passer. He's got to wait and make that read.
The rare turnovers for Utah State. One of the rare unforced turnovers for Utah State. Thomas finds himself on an island.
That length of Falslev bothered Thomas.
Jerry converts the shot and one. So Cherry inside with that right hook that he loves to go to.
We talked about penetration. It can happen via the dribble or via the pass. That is pass penetration right to the rim. That's that beachfront real estate right outside that charge circle, and Bear Cherry won it.
And just as I said, Casey, that was Gadaretse's 3rd foul, so he picked it up quickly. Templin's going to have to come in for him. So a small look by Utah State here, with Templin at the 5.
Nice defense there.
And got a little bit too handsy. They were trying to force Mason Falslev to his left, and that's the scouting report on him, Casey.
Oh, yeah. Mason Falslev, number 12 in white, is a right-hand driver to the extreme. He goes right 85% of the time on scoring drives, according to Synergy stats. That's as high of a number as I've seen for any individual all season that is a good scorer.
And a hold in the basketball, and he traveled.
He just dragged that pivot foot. And Jerry Calhoun's like, hey, just make the extra pass like we talk about every day, like we did the first 20 minutes in that first half. This offense isn't about the ball sticking and isolation basketball. It's the opposite of that.
Henley taking the mid-range. I was just about to say, Casey, why didn't he take that? And then he took it.
I like Henley's game a lot. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't believe in his shot as much as I do.
Allen back in the game with 2 fouls. He's got to be careful. Martinez, good closeout by Rishwain, forcing him inside. Excellent defense by Rishwain, forcing the air ball. That's one thing UNLV has done well, is they have kept Martinez in check with only 5 points. And look who's inside again. Look for those bare necessities. Inside scoring is what they need, and Cherry's got it. UNLV, the closest it's been in quite a while. And some breaks are going their way, Casey.
This is the most active I've seen Bear Cherry. It's 3 consecutive possessions. He's flying around right now. Get him another touch.
7-0 run. Hill, and that's an offensive foul. So a good take there by Drake Allen. A risky take there by Drake Allen with those 2 fouls, but an excellent defensive play.
This is a scouting report charge right here. They know that Hill wants to get the ball in the middle, and he wants to drive. He doesn't want to shoot this. He wants to drive it. Actually, I'm not sure I like that call. We've changed the charge rules now to where it's got to be crystal clear. You can't be moving at all. And it looked like Drake Allen was still moving.
Got the benefit of the call and saves himself from that third foul. Cano wanted to shoot. Ball's that there. He goes to his right again. Excellent defense, cutting them off. And they worked on that in shoot around 2, Casey. Isaac Davis, the freshman, in the game. Scramble on the floor. UNLV making a push here. Rishwain, a clean look. He fires. But it's popped out by Inja.
Those are big-time plays. What can they do with the extra possession? Nothing.
Throw it away. Allen. Oh, Allen. And what? So Drake Allen, he had a Cano in the corner. And then UNLV just decided to let him waltz into the paint. And he got the and one.
Watch the freshman, number 23, Isaac Davis, post up with his derriere. He cleared out that space. Well done.
UNLV has shown a lot of heart this game. They have crawled their way back to a 6-point deficit. And Casey, every game important for these teams. And this is a pivotal fork game for the Mountain West, in particular the Sanders.
I mean, if Utah State wants to win this conference, you got to protect your home court no matter who's coming in. Then you want to go out on the road and try and steal a few, which they've done. But Utah State, remember, folks, they won the Mountain West Conference last year for the second time in their Mountain West history. This conference started back in 1999. But they're looking to go back-to-back. Oh, that would be a really impressive feat given how good the Mountain West has been recently.
Drake Allen to the free throw line where he shoots 67%. And he converts the and one. And here's a press, Casey. Good job by the Rebels breaking it. Oh, wide open. Oh, what a rejection by the freshman Davis. But they called a foul. Oh, man.
Oh, he got lost. Look how high Davis was. He was guarding the three-point arc, and he's supposed to be protecting the rim. Is this all ball? No, there's a little bit of hand there. A little bit of hand there. But that was a mistake, though, by the freshman. He should not be guarding the three-point arc. One of the reasons you play a hybrid zone is that you pack the paint and you protect that rim.
And you know what he's thinking. Thankfully, he missed the free throw. Well, Davis getting some big-time minutes, the freshman. He's only played in 11 games this season. Made the mistake, recovered, though, and they'll get 1 point out of it. Calhoun with 2 point guards on the floor. Allen fires. That hits. That's his third three-pointer. He hasn't missed.
And he wanted the and one. I think he got hit after that ball was released. They are attacking. UNLV is attacking right in the middle.
Speaking of attack, there is Jalen Hill on the attack. And he draws the foul, and that's on Allen. That's his third.
Right here, off the bounce. Hey, look, that is pretty good defense, all right? Like, that's Rishwain, and you're allowing that off the bounce three. It's a low percentage shot. It just goes in, and then Allen, it's a little bit late on that drive. Keep it in front and make Jalen Hill shoot a jump shot over you. But don't let him get a step on you and get to the rim.
And Casey, if you're Calhoun here, what's the strategy here with Drake Allen with 3,000 and eternally left to go in this game? He's looking over at the bench right now.
Well, honestly, There's no one guard on the floor that is more important than the rest. They have, like, if there's one spot where they can afford foul trouble, it's at the guard or wing position. They got a plethora of them. Nice.
Okey doke by Barnes. Cut off. By the way, not surprised Drake Allen has been this hot. He takes, oh, what a move! Detonation by Drake Allen. Where did he find the springs in his shoes?
I love that, man. He loves his crowd, too. This is a sixth-year senior. Look at those numbers, the efficiency. I was talking to Utah State head coach Jared Calhoun, and he probably said the word efficiency 10 different times on his own. And that's what Drake Allen is doing. He's not forcing it. And the fact that he's made 3 threes has allowed him to better get to the rim.
Hill shuffled his feet and traveled. No more efficient shot than a slam dunk, is there, Casey? If you can get up there, that is.
Well, technically, the most efficient shot is a three-pointer because it's worth the most. But I hear what you're saying. It's almost like a 100%er.
We're playing analytics games here on the call. Oh, yes, my favorite, analytics. Allen really feeling himself. Spinorama. And by the way, as I was going to say before Allen rudely interrupted me with that nasty dunk, he was out here about 45 minutes before Utah State's scheduled shoot-around getting shots up. And I'd say it worked out for him. Henley firing away. Big shot by Henley, shushing the crowd. And UNLV is showing some serious heart and fight right now, Casey.
They have just got to stay within arm's distance. They've done this before. Both of these teams are capable of coming back in a game.
Ball's left. Oh, looked like he landed before he got the pass off. No call. UNLV nearly throwing it away. And they've got to stop doing that, Casey. They're getting in their own way. Lucky it's going back to them.
Well, UNLV, up until a couple of weeks ago, they had been one of the best teams in the conference in taking care of the basketball. They've been loose with it the last couple of games. That's why they've lost their last 2 games to Wyoming and to New Mexico.
You hear the crowd cheering. That's because Ian Martinez has checked back into the game. And here's that small lineup for Jared Calhoun. And if you're UNLV here, you're in the game, but Martinez hasn't gotten going yet. There was a game earlier this year, I believe off the top of my head if I'm correct, I think it was against Nevada, where Martinez was scoreless until about 7 minutes. And then he just erupted for 17.
17 straight.
Yeah. Wide open shot, Hill. Hill knew he missed it, crashing. And there's going to be a loose ball foul. Looks like it's going to be called on Ian Martinez. Crowd doesn't like the call. Casey, do you like the call?
This is a loose ball, right? So neither team has possession. Both players can go after. I don't know how it's possible there could be a foul on anybody on that play.
Yeah, tough call. I did see a bit of an elbow to Hill's neck area as he was going to the floor,
but you have to have possession of the clear possession before a foul could be called, unless you're shoving somebody out of the way.
Nevertheless, good job by Hill keeping the possession alive. Thomas in the corner, got to get out of there. He does. Turns the corner, swerving, converting at one. Swerving and bending corners was Don Thomas Jr. And remember a second ago, as I said, Allen's got to avoid his 4th foul. Well, he just picked it up. So Calhoun left him in. Do you like the call here?
Oh, that's absolutely a blocking foul. So look at Drake Allen. He has his hands up. That's not the foul call. The call wasn't that he brought his hands down. It's that he body bumped him, which he did. That's a foul.
And so, what you were talking about earlier, you think that there are some fouls that they can afford for the guards to pick up, but I don't know if I love that gamble by Calhoun leaving him in to pick up that 4th foul. Of course, you trust your player to be smart and avoid it, but he couldn't. And on the attack was Temple.
Nice read by Ian Martinez. Remember we talked about the play there. He's coming off a bunch of pin downs, and that time he just that escape pass.
Good. And a foul by Thomas to force Templin to beat him at the free throw line. Templin converts on the first. Templin just a 59% free throw shooter. So Thomas playing with the numbers. Let's see if he can make 2. And he does. Good job by Carson. 5-point game. Hey, Trap.
Wow.
Good job. Yeah, nice athleticism there.
That was a blind pass. He just trusted that Rishwain was going to catch that ball.
Hill forcing his way in. Point blank miss. They've had a couple of those. Those misses can add up.
Yeah, on the road too, right there.
Yeah.
You feel like those ones are the ones you can't get back and might bite you.
False left. Double pump 3. UNLV trying to creep as close as it's been. Hicks keeps his pivot foot. Fade away. Good. What a shot there by Brooklyn Hicks. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game.
You know what I noticed?
Tell me, Casey.
UNLV,
Dying to know.
They're all but abandoning the 3-point line. Unless they have a wide open one, they are attacking the rim. 5 2-point made field goals, just 1 3 in the second half for the Running Rebels.
And an excellent rebound by Dayton Albury. Deidon Thomas was just in the wrong position.
Oh, Bear Cherry's his jersey is ripped in half.
Oh, wow.
They're going to need to get him a new uniform. That's how physical this game is. How about this? Brooklyn Hicks, one-legged fadeaway. One possession game here in Logan.
Fox College Hoops Friday lights up primetime with the cross-state rivalry as Indiana takes on number 10 Purdue in a Big Ten showdown Friday at 8 Eastern on Fox. Just a second ago, show you what happened. Bear Cherry.
Yeah, he's showing the referee and his coaching staff, I got a giant hole in my shirt.
So they have given him a change of jersey.
It's a medium though. You notice that? It's a little tight.
That's a little tight. Oh man.
He's trying to stretch it out.
Casey, have you ever had your jersey ripped during a basketball game and had to change?
No, I have not. But I wasn't a big. I didn't mix it up down low in the paint. I was one of those softies that stood on the outside of the three-point arc. Nice pass.
Oh, that was bad defense out of the timeout. And Bear Cherry is rotating his shoulders. I think he knows how tight the jersey is. So here's UNLV now, 5-point deficit. Forever to go in this ball game. Nice pass by Rishwain down low. Cherry, double. Rishwain, cross-court pass. What a pass! Oh, Thomas couldn't cash it. They've got to get back on defense. Oh, look out, here we go! Oh, this may have to be reviewed. He didn't mean it. Cherry did not mean it, and he's helping him up. But Cano was flying through the air. And that could have been a lot worse.
Baseline out of bounds play, and Cherry has to help. He has to at least bump off. And then here's the replay of that. No, I don't think this has to be reviewed at all. That was just two guys going after the basketball. One guy was just mid-flight, lost his balance there.
Yeah, definitely did not mean to do it, but that was dangerous. And Casey, with the stanchions the way they are in this arena. He was headed right towards the pole. That could have been bad. So second free throw by Akano is good. So Utah State, quick 4-0 run out of the timeout. The referees elect not to review it. We play on. Near turnover. Thomas picking up his dribble. Not sure why he's doing that. Shot clock is getting low. Thomas wants it. Clapping for the basketball. Right hand. Oh, that is beautiful sauce off the glass. Thomas, the lefty, going to his right.
He can finish with both hands. That's not a surprise to me watching him on tape. He's excellent with the right, and he does like to keep it in the right, like one-handed finishes. Really good at those, obviously. That was impressive.
Martinez a little frustrated. See it on his countenance. They double Albury. Candle turn down the three. Templin trapped. And a foul. That's a tough call on UNLV. They really had him locked up there. Foul with 2 seconds left in the shot clock.
Deadon Thomas just taking matters into his own hands. It's just straight ISO. Can you beat your man to the rim? And then here's that foul. 4 Aggies touched the ball on that possession. After that foul, I looked over at Jared Calhoun, and he was clapping and saying, that's our offense. That's how we play.
Foul went on Henley, who came around the backside and raked down at the basketball. Casey, were your coaches ever driven crazy by 28 seconds of good defense and then a bailout foul?
Sure, it happens all the time. That's why most of these coaches are bald or balding. That's going to be a shot right there for Henley.
Yep, he could still take this shot. And he stripped. Albury. Aggie's trying to run. He's on the move.
Kevin Kruger needs to be careful here.
Albury went from the West Coast to the East Coast and wasn't stopped. Utah State trying to keep the pesky UNLV running Rebels at arm's length.
This is Dayton Albury, 6'2" against Jaden Henley, 6'7". The little guy wins that battle, and then what does he do? He doesn't pass it. I got it. Everybody clear out, get out of my way. Albury with another bucket to add to the bench total, which is ridiculous. It is the story of this game.
Yep.
Utah State's bench is outscoring UNLV 32-3.
And Casey, you pointed out Kevin Kruger was hot, and the assistant coaches even were on the referee's case about that seemingly no call, but that looked to me and to you like a clean strip.
Yeah, especially if you have to call that as an official without replay, like that looked like a clean strip.
Yeah. So here's UNLV with it down 8. They've cut it to as little as 3. Here's a good look. Can they finally knock one down? They cannot. And now Utah State's going to run again. Ball's leveled. Elect to pull it back. UNLV couldn't ask for a better look, but Henley just 1 for 4 from 3. Cano attack it, and he's rewarded with another foul.
We knew that three-point shooting would be a major storyline in this game. We mentioned that both teams statistically shoot it pretty well, but Utah State, they shoot way more. And right there, just Cano didn't really have a goal of making that shot. His full goal was to go to the foul line.
Foul went on Bear Cherry, who picks up foul number 2. And here comes Pop Njai in to get him. Casey, Utah State has gone with this small lineup a lot today. Maybe necessitated by Gadaretzi's foul trouble.
Yeah, certainly that. And also Njai, number 22 in red for UNLV, not a back-to-the-basket low post scorer, more of a rim runner, offensive rebounder type.
Oh, Rishwain faked out the defender, went back to the three-point line, but again, they can't knock them down.
3 for 16 for UNLV.
Calhoun's calling out a set. Albury, in and out dribble. Wow. Dayton Albury putting on for the Bahamas. Thomas, undeterred to the basket, and he draws another and one. He has been aggressive today. So much for that slow start you were talking about, Casey.
Just creating that shot, creating all that contact, right? You dive into the chest of the defensive player, you put pressure on the officials to make that call.
Thomas has had his foot on the accelerator ever since about that the 15-minute mark of the first half. Already matched his average. Now, can he get some help? Thomas up to 17. Guard-to-guard screen. Albury, now he's getting aggressive. And a great defense by Njai. Of course, the crowd wants a foul, but that looked to me like verticality.
Tough drive, but no passes.
Yep.
I'm not sure Jarek Allen wants that offense.
Hill cut off on the baseline. Reach foul on Martinez. Martinez picks up foul number 3. So, UNLV still hanging around, but Utah State still on top. Utah State still on top here at the Spectrum in Logan. And Utah State is obviously one of the best teams in the country, and their winning
record-wise,
yep. And their winning percentage is second only to Auburn.
Now, Auburn is 19-1, the number 1 team in the country. There are a few other teams in the country that are 18-2, along with Utah State. And you want to know the list? Duke Blue Devils, Michigan State Wolverines, and the Florida Gators. And that is it, folks. Oh, and Drake Bulldogs. I don't want to disrespect Drake there, too. That is a list of some awesome basketball programs.
So here's Thomas Jr. at the free throw line. After the bucket he scored. Or should be the foul he drew. Got another one. And one thing to note, both teams are in the bonus. UNLV's got 18 fouls, Utah State with 7. So it'll be free throws, a lot of them, here on out. Thomas has been good at the free throw line today. 4 of 4, hasn't missed. Utah State offensively, they started the game 6 of 10 from 3, 1 for 12 since.
Ian Martinez, their leading scorer on the season, 17 points a game, has just 5 points. They're making him work, making him sweat. I'm looking at his face. He's frustrated.
Yeah.
That's not a look of fatigue. That's a look of, I can't get any open looks. He's just 2 for 5 from the field.
And on that one, just threw a pass a little too low for the big man Gadaretzi and turn it over. Trying to get a steal.
That's going to be a shot right there.
Gets his own rebound, trying to force his way in, and there he goes. Casey, I think you were about to say he's got to shoot that right away, but he got his own rebound and put it in. So no harm, no foul, right?
I know it's easy for me. I'm in a suit and tie over here. I'm not in the middle of the lane, but I'm just saying he's wide open from 5 feet. Just take that shot. He made it more difficult.
Here's a handoff for Falslift going right. And another unforced turnover.
Well, if you don't succeed, keep going. Don't assume it's going to go in. Carving out space. And you know, Gederetzi, he's got 3 fouls, I believe. Doesn't want to pick up a 4th. He wants to stay on the floor.
Falslift picked up his 3rd, and
he's holding his mouth.
Yeah, he got hit in the mouth in the backcourt a couple plays ago. And here comes Drake Allen, Casey, back in the game with those 4 fouls. So he really has to be smart. And is there a way to hide him on defense against this team?
No, there's no way of hiding anybody on defense.
And now UNLV is turning up the pressure inside. And all of a sudden, as we look up, it's a 2-point game. Didn't expect UNLV to be the team to be more aggressive inside, as Njai comes up with a tough foul as they were trying to get another turnover. But their reputation is they shoot from the outside. Utah State is the team that scores on the inside. But it's UNLV flipping the script, and that's why they're down by 2.
And defensively, when you see the ball go through the rim, it's a lot easier to play defense, right? A little aggressive there, but paint touches is what is winning this, or not winning, helping UNLV get back into this game. And it's what Kevin Kruger, their head coach, preaches every single game. And in the first matchup, when UNLV beat Utah State, when they had a possession with a paint touch, they shot over 60% on those possessions. When they didn't get a paint touch, they were 1 for 16 from the field. That's how important it is for them to get in the middle of whatever defense they're playing against. Zone, man, or a hybrid, doesn't matter.
Casey, I know this is your first time in Logan, but can you feel a little bit of anxiety from this crowd?
No doubt.
Big possession here for the running Rebels. Thomas, shot clock winding down. Backdoor pass. Hill crushing his way and scoring. And UNLV is very much alive in this game.
What a pass. That pass was on a dime. Bounce pass through 2 defenders. Deion Thomas, it's only his 4th assist, by the way. He averages 6 a game, but no turnovers. No turnovers on the road for Deion Thomas Jr. That's how you get it done. That's how you get your team back in it.
Kevin Kruger's team is showing some big-time heart right now. And a tough foul on Thomas, trying to keep Allen in front of him, but used his hands and not his feet defensively. 12-1 run for UNLV. And this is what Kruger's teams do. They always seem to rise up to the level of their competition.
Rick Allen at the free throw line for the Aggies. Shooting 2.
Allen short on the first.
Also, back in the game.
Here comes Mason Falls-Lev back into the game. Albury waits to check in on the sideline.
Jerry Calhoun couldn't wait to get Albury back in this one. He was a dynamo on both ends of the floor. And he's going to get Drake Allen a rest.
So Allen with some good minutes with those 4 fouls. By the way, Deion Thomas picked up his 3rd. Brand new ball game here. Thomas. Grishway needs help. Thomas, ISO in the corner, and he was fouled by Falslow. That's a good call.
He reached out and he touched the hair. It looked like he touched the hair of Deion Thomas Jr., which is absolutely considered part of your body, whether you like it or not. Watch him reach out. Yeah, he hit more than his hair. He hit him on the head. To me, an easy one. I'm not sure how Mason Falstaff could even complain about that.
So Thomas back to the free throw line. finally missed one. Missed opportunity there for UNLV.
Because that was the bonus. That's one shot. You make it, you get a second.
Yep.
Well, that cost him 2.
Uh-oh, here's Fallslip. They need this, and they got it. That's a 4-point swing, Casey. The missed free throw leading to the 3.
Mason Fallslip's first made 3. He's 1 for 4.
Thomas remains aggressive. Rishway, step back jack for 3. Tapped around and...
Well, they're going to get a off-the-ball foul, I think, on Acano here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extra pass. Watch Ian Martinez draws 2 Rebel defenders, and Mason Fallslip, who was 0 for 3 before that one, drains it. Acano wants them to review this. And they're going to get a review here.
Casey, why are they getting a review here?
I believe
they're hit to the face or something?
They're claiming, again, this is just a guess from because the referees haven't come over here yet. I think they're claiming that Acano was pulled to the ground, that it wasn't just a loose ball foul, it was a grab and pull to the ground, which can be a flagrant foul. We'll get it here.
Here comes Mike Littlewood over to explain it. So, Casey, what did he tell us?
Yeah, they're looking for what used to be called a hook and hold, quote, hook and hold, which is what I thought. So as the rebound, or as the ball hits off the rim, instead of blocking out, are there guys who are tangling their arms and pulling each other down? That's what is referred to as a hook and hold instead of a legal block out.
So, Casey, let's say that they determine there's extracurriculars.
Well,
they can't go back and change the foul on Acano, can they? They would just
they absolutely can. Oh, yes, they can. There it is right there. So what they're looking for, they got to have a better angle than that.
Yep.
Does Didon Thomas Jr. with his left arm, does he get it hooked and does he pull Acano down to the ground?
And Casey, does this have to be an intentional act or to be called?
But by definition, it is a flagrant one. The hook and hold is a flagrant foul.
Right. But I'm saying if it's not intentional, is it still?
It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, so to me, there's a lot of gray area here.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the other thing you're looking at is it's a good angle that we got on our second look here. You also have to, like, how much of it is Acano, right? If both are arm wrestling, you can't say, hey, one guy's holding the other guy.
I think we know the ruling by the crowd's reaction.
They're going to stay with that foul. There wasn't, and honestly, I know the herd is mad about this, but I don't think that there was evidence that said that was definitely a hook and hold.
And remember earlier, Casey, when Cherry had that foul that knocked, can't remember who it was, to the floor, but they determined that one was nothing added to that either. So here's Hill at the free throw line. And he makes it. UNLV has been lurking around the door of getting the lead, but they haven't been able to break the ceiling. They had it tied, had a chance to take the lead, which would have been their first since the first minute of the game. So Hill, good on that.
I would be driving the ball to the rim. The way the officials are calling this, don't settle.
Here's Captain Clutch with it, trapped in the corner.
Oh, that ball was thrown up to no one. My goodness.
And Thomas, he's going to pick up his 4th foul. And it looked like it was a 50-50 ball he was going for. What do you think, Casey?
Man, this one was just floated up. Oh man, I don't know there.
That's his 4th.
Utah State fans are probably screaming at me on that television. That's a tough one too. I don't think that was a foul. I'm not afraid to say what I see.
That's what you're here for, Casey. So Albury makes the free throw. Albury, the native of the Bahamas, came over to America in the 11th grade. Forcing Thomas to his right.
Keep an eye on Rishwain, the shooter, number 20 in red.
Rishwain just 1 of 7 from 3. How did he airball that one? It was wide open. Big possession here for Utah State, turning on the afterburners and lost it. And who's it off? They'll give it to Utah State. So the accelerator got going a little faster than the Pistons could keep up. But they'll keep the ball. All right, 4-point game. Don't touch that dial. Deja vu here in Logan, as this was the exact same score, 62-58, and it was back in Las Vegas with about 2 minutes to go. Of course, UNLV ended up pulling that one out. Foul trouble for Utah State. They're in more trouble than UNLV. The only player with any real foul trouble is their best player, Deion Thomas.
Deion Thomas got 4 fouls as well. That's Drake Allen. You're looking right at him. He is the leading scorer for Utah State with 15 points on 5 of 7 shooting. I know it's tearing him up that he's not on the floor right now.
Aggies come out with Falslip, Albury, Cano, Ian Martinez, and Carson Templin inside. UNLV defensively with Hill, Henley, Njai, Thomas, and Rishway. Oh, and Cano's got a wide open 3 in the ATO. Not quite, and that should be a loose ball foul, I believe, on the Aggies, and yes, it is.
On Njai.
Yep.
Derek, every time a shot goes up, there is a rugby scrum underneath the basket. I mean, these guys they're literally fighting. They're not punching each other in the face, but they are slamming. They are grabbing, holding, and the referees have been consistent calling it. These players need to adjust a little bit, or we're going to be shooting free throws for the next 25 minutes.
Also, good job by Thomas boxing out, too, on that last possession. And it'll be Njai at the free throw line. Cooked it long. And Njai coming into this game, not many opportunities, but was 9 of 11 from the free throw line coming in. Templin picked up his 3rd foul, by the way, on that last one. Big free throw here. There you go. The big man knocks the 2nd one down.
See if the Aggies can get a little bit more ball movement. No, just straight line drive.
Njai came over late, and Albury with the afterburners. He's been doing that all day.
They escorted him to the basket. I'm not sure why that is. Why did they open up the defensive footwork and just say, here, have a layup?
Rishwain. Hill. Cut off. Stolen. Tapped. Falls left. Falls to the ground. Who wants it? Albury's got it. And Mason Falsled, the leader in the Mountain West with steals. I'm not sure if he'll get credit for that, but he was definitely the deflector. Albury, the cross. He looks like he's got the look to take this in his eyes, but he moves it around. Shot clock, it's getting late. Here's Martinez, gives it up. Why did he give it up, Casey? Why did he give it up? Hill. And it's going to be a jump ball. Casey, why did Martinez turn down that shot?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not in his mind, but Martinez not having a great game, 2 for 5. And he mentally just seemed a little bit off.
And Cano's talking to him, yeah.
And like the leading scorer, Albury, is doing his best. Man, that was just a straight line drive. There is no help for that. Like defensively, you got to be able to turn a guy or at least make him drive at an angle. That was a straight line drive from the slot right to the rim.
Martinez having a tough game, both stat-wise and mentally. But here he has it, the ball right now. All of his teammates went over to pat him on the shoulder. Albury fires a three. It's good! Dayton Albury, a big-time shot for Utah State. Timeout, Kevin Kruger.
Still a lot of basketball left to be played, but this might be the biggest play of the game so far. How about that wraparound pass from Mason Falslev? Beautiful basketball, and Albury is balling in the second half. My first time at the Spectrum, and it has lived up to expectations, man. This place is a lot of fun.
Albury's already got a season high at 16 points. And he's got this herd jumping.
The Aggies are 10-1 in their home building this season. Their only loss was against UC San Diego. And UNLV has hung in there. They have tested the Aggies' toughness. This crowd was moaning, and they were a little bit nervous about 4 or 5 minutes ago in this one.
They were.
But hey, 2.5 minutes ago, what do the Rebels do right now?
It's been Thomas pretty much all day. Thomas has got 19 points. Henley has stepped up late. He's got 14, 6 of 11.
They just can't make any threes, Derek. 3 for 17.
That's
you
tough.
go 3 for 17 on the road in the Mountain West, and you can't expect to win games.
Big time possession for the running Rebels. And Thomas loses it. He lost it. Martinez. Oh, man.
Well, the clock is your friend right now if you're wearing a white uniform.
Here's the man of the hour, Dayton Albury with the basketball. He gives it to Martinez. Albury gets it back. Martinez to the rim. Draws a foul. Can't get it to go. Templin follows it up. Hill, pump fake, can't get it to go. And Hill holding his fingers.
Carson Templin averages 5 rebounds off the bench. And 2 UNLV guys go to contest that. Nobody, it's called help the helper. If one guy helps on the drive, then somebody on the backside for UNLV has got to take that extra defender and offensive player and get him out of there.
And so Templin just fouled out of the game. And by the way, that's kind of what Templin does. He's the team leader in offensive rebounds. Came in with 44. They'll bring in Gattaretzi defensively. Hill with some important free throws here.
Getting to the free throw line right now is the best thing that UNLV can do. It allows you to put points on the board while the clock is stopped, and if you make them, it allows you to set up some full court pressure.
Clutch free throws there by Hill.
Don't need a foul yet.
They trapped in the corner, and they do foul, I would say, the right guy, I guess. And that's Falslev. He's had struggles. He documented struggles at the free throw line, but Casey, very capable of knocking down 2 here.
Well, of course, but I think that was a strategy by Kevin Kruger and his staff. Hey, let's trap everybody else, but once the ball hits Mason Falslev's hands, let's put some pressure on a guy who's been struggling at the foul line and see how he does.
57%er. First free throw short. UNLV attempting to steal the possession here as they'll bring in Allen offensively. Remember, Allen's got 4 fouls.
The mindset for UNLV cannot be, hey, we need 3s. Drive the ball to the rim, get 2s.
So both teams going small here. UNLV's got to go. Hicks driving to the rim, doesn't get the roll. Rebound by Hill, no good. And now they've got a foul. And the ball just not quite going down like UNLV would have wanted to.
Good drive, though.
Yep.
That's a good effort. You get a drive. That time it was Brooklyn Hicks.
Yeah, frustrated with himself for missing that one. UNLV with only 1 timeout left to use. Utah State still has 3.
If Utah State makes their free throws, this game is over. But it's been a roller coaster ride for them here at the Charity Stripe.
Well, here's Martinez. This is the guy to do it. Oh, man, it's really not his day, Casey.
That's just his 10th miss in the season.
Yeah, 90%.
90 for 100 from the foul line this year is Ian Martinez.
Still got 1 more. He rattles that one in. Doesn't care how it goes. UNLV, they're running out of time. Thomas. Bumping. Grinding. Right hand. Short. But tapped in. And timeout by Las Vegas. And they're going to use up their last timeout. So as things get cooking here in the Mountain West, I have got my eye on the next game for Utah State. Circle that one, everyone at home, in your calendars, your DVRs, put it on for recorded. Whatever you got to do to strap yourself in for that game against New Mexico on FS1. That is going to be a huge showdown for the Mountain West.
I think the Mountain West Player of the Year is New Mexico's point guard, Donovan Dent. He can score it. And ask UNLV, they'll tell you Donovan Dent just dropped 34 points in the Lobos win in Las Vegas last Saturday. He is a special player, a junior. Last year played with Jalen House and Jamal Mashburn Jr. and kind of had to share the role. This is now Donovan Dent's team. So, you know, we still have a lot of basketball left, but I can't wait to see how the Utah State Aggies defense tries to corral Dent.
So here's the game reset for you guys. Of course, Utah State 3 timeouts. UNLV has none. They do own the possession arrow in the case of a tie-up, so they can attempt to trap and tie up if they have to.
Well, that means with 3 timeouts for Utah State, if you're a player, I'm sure the coaches are reminding you, if you get in any sort of trap and you feel like you have nowhere to go, just call a timeout.
Yep.
So no need to rush. If you're Utah State, if you get in one of those situations where you're just not sure, don't get sped up. Just stop what you're doing, call a timeout.
They have a defensive lineup back on the floor. That's UNLV. Cherry comes back in at the 5 spot. Martinez, don't want to foul him, but they do. So, is that what they wanted? Is that what that plan was? It looked like Hicks didn't want to do that.
I don't think he wanted to foul him at all. And what happened was Ian Martinez catches the ball and reverse pivots right into the body of Hicks.
Martinez going to go to the line here. A tough game for him. Just 2 of 6 from the floor with 6 points. And missed a free throw. But this is absolutely his spot to shine. Rattles it in. He doesn't care how they go in. He doesn't care if they're rattling in at this point. Chance to push the lead to 9. Jim quiets down and he knocks down 3 consecutive. And now Calhoun wants to talk things over. So, Casey, what is Jared Calhoun talking over with his team right now? Up 9, plenty of Plenty of space to win. Not in real trouble, but what's he going over right now, Gus Huff?
Simple. Just simply reminding his guys, do not foul. Or the worst thing they can do is put UNLV on the foul line again. They can score, clock stops, they can then set up pressure, all that. So play good defense without fouling. And then if they do score, let's be organized on the inbound. Who is taking the ball out? And who do we want to throw the ball into? It is Ian Martinez, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Get it to him. That's it. You keep it simple. Don't confuse your guys with all kinds of other stuff. Just remind them what they got to do on both ends of the floor and send them back out there.
Both coaches have been swapping in their offensive and defensive lineups. Calhoun elects not to bring Gadaretsi in for this possession. They'll get some pressure in the backcourt.
1 minute remaining.
And make Thomas dribble length of the floor. Oh, this is a great play. Good look for Rishwain, but he cooked it to the left. And almost got a steal. And what's the call here?
Hicks fouled Falslev from behind. They want to foul Falslev.
Away from the ball.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's going for 2 anyways.
Yep. Falslev, last time he was down there. I believe he missed both of them. So UNLV trying to steal possessions. Got that one. Calhoun has said nothing mechanically wrong with his free throw form. Sometimes it's just in his head.
I mean, he was a 64% shooter last year, so he wasn't great last year either.
Well, 2 big ones there. Time not on the Rebels' side. They've got to get it up early. Rishwain, can he finally get going? Oh, he finally got one to go. They trap in the corner.
Nice pump fake there.
Smart play by Martinez, pulling it out and getting it back.
It's just a little thing, but Drake Allen, number 8 in white, instead of just catching the ball and launching an overhead pass, he made a pass fake, and he got UNLV defenders to jump in the air, and that made that an easy pass. I know it's something really small and subtle, but not a lot of players do that in that moment.
UNLV just not able to hit open shots today, Casey. 4 of 19, even after that make by Rishwain.
Watch Drake Allen. Watch this pass fake. Okay, you're under pressure. It's little. He catches the ball instead of launching it. Watch him go one fake, and he gets that defender up. That was De'Don Thomas Jr., right? I mean, I must be a huge basketball nerd because those kind of plays, they stand out to me.
And this is breaking news. He missed 3 free throws in a game. There's Thomas. Oh, and that one. That is absolutely what you didn't want for Jared Calhoun. So, UNLV
Derek,
going away.
Stranger things have happened in college basketball. If you were just watching just last Saturday, I think it was Houston played at Kansas and was down 6 points with like 8 seconds to go, and ended up forcing that game into overtime. Man, it's wild.
Casey, I'm reminded of a game we did last year with Nevada and Colorado State, where it seemed like Nevada had that thing wrapped up. And then they missed free throws, left the door open. And obviously the shot heard around the world by Jared Lucas.
We just saw another one, Caleb Love for Arizona. Hit a half quarter to send the game into overtime against Baylor in Arizona.
And they held Martinez. And was the ball inbounded?
So that doesn't matter. That's an NBA rule, Derek. In college basketball, you can foul before the ball is inbounded. In fact, I've always wondered why teams don't do that more. Why don't they take advantage of a rule like that where you can hold on to a guy who's cutting up the floor, you get the foul, no time goes off the clock. It's actually it's the smart play by UNLV.
If that's the case, Casey, then why don't they foul someone else? I know Martinez has missed 3.
That's a good question. Can't answer that one for you. I just know that that's a college rule. In the NBA, you cannot do that. It's a technical foul if you foul before the ball's inbound.
Boy, these are just creeping in for Martinez. Yeah, if that's the case, just foul someone else, right? False lev. Now Utah State trying to close this one out the free throw line. Extra long breaths here for Martinez. There you go. Calhoun uses the second to last timeout. Utah State just trying to get out of here with a win. And for UNLV, got a couple big games coming up against good competition. Go to Nevada, then they have Boise State at home. Then they get a lighter portion of their schedule.
Well, you could say that, but they lost to Wyoming at home, so they have to go to Laramie and try and get revenge on the road. But yeah, Air Force having a tough time. Air Force is winless.
I was just going to ask you, Casey, at this point with Air Force winless, as a basketball player, you don't want to be that team to lose to the winless team.
Or San Diego State was almost that team.
They were. They just, don't do it. And that could be a little bit of pressure sometimes. Get it in. Got to go quickly. Hill was looking for Thomas to come back.
You need threes now. They took too much time. You have to shoot threes.
Rishwain jacks it up. Hill rebounds. Gonna stay with the Rebels, but they're pretty much out of time.
False love was out of bounds when he tried to crowd that rebound, standing out of bounds.
So UNLV, give them credit, fought hard. They're gonna come up short. Hill, nice move inside.
This would be a time where you should foul Mason Falslev. If he starts cutting, foul him.
They don't do it. Foul. I can't. The crowd doesn't like it because they think the game's over. Well, that's a 5-point game. Yeah, they're close to being correct, but UNLV's not going to quit, Casey. They're not.
They're chanting, just go home.
Oh, man. Crowd getting anxious. It's a late ending of this game. I guess they're really anticipating whatever dinner they're going to get after this game. Free throw missed. The last time I was here, Casey, and the game got out this late, that line out of the drive-thru of In-N-Out.
The one across the street?
It took 45 minutes to get my food from the line. So I can understand why Utah State wants to get out of here. And they're going to get out of here with the win. 19-2, they improved their record. 9-1 in the Mountain West. And Casey, UNLV had their chances, but when it came to certain possessions in the game, they could not get over the hump.
Yeah, I do give UNLV credit. They showed some heart and character, but they did not come up with the win. Utah State continues to move forward, and now we have a battle next Saturday, this coming Saturday, against the #1 and #2 teams in the Mountain West Conference. I thought the story, my last thought is this, the story of this game for Utah State, the bench was awesome. 37 bench points for Utah State, just incredible. And that young man right there, Drake Allen, was the spearhead of that bench work.
So absolutely, that heater coming down the pike. Emphasis on the fact that it is on FS1. Tune in for Utah State, New Mexico on Saturday, and for Casey Jacobson and the entire Fox Sports crew. I'm Derek Clark, signing off on another episode of Mountain West After Dark. Good night.